Listen carefully to these quotes, which will inspire and motivate you. We live in a wonderful world that is full of beauty, charm and adventure. There is no end to the adventures we can have if only we seek them with our eyes open. Facts are facts and will not disappear on account of your likes. There is nothing more horrifying than stupidity in action. A language is something infinitely greater than grammar and philology. It is the poetic testament of the genius of a race and a culture, and the living embodiment of the thoughts and fancies that have molded them. Life is like a game of cards. The hand that is dealt you is determinism, the way you play it is free will. The policy of being too cautious is the greatest risk of all. Evil unchecked grows, evil tolerated poisons the whole system. It is science alone that can solve the problems of hunger and poverty, of insanitation and illiteracy, of superstition and deadening custom and tradition, of vast resources running to waste, or a rich country inhabited by starving people who indeed could afford to ignore science today. At every turn we have to seek its aid. The future belongs to science and those who make friends with science. India has known the innocence and insouciance of childhood, the passion and abandon of youth, and the ripe wisdom of maturity that comes from long experience of pain and pleasure. And over again she has renewed her childhood and youth and age. The forces in a capitalist society, if left unchecked, tend to make the rich richer and the poor poorer. Culture is the widening of the mind and of the spirit. What the mysterious is I do not know. I do not call it God because God has come to mean much that I do not believe in. I find myself incapable of thinking of a deity or of any unknown supreme power in anthropomorphic terms, and the fact that many people think so is continually a source of surprise to me. Any idea of a personal God seems very odd to me. Without that passion and urge, there is a gradual losing out of hope and vitality, a settling down on lower levels of existence, a slow merging into non-existence. We become prisoners of the past and some part of its ability sticks to us. Long years ago, we made a tryst with destiny, and now the time comes when we shall redeem our pledge, not wholly or in full measure, but very substantially. At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and free. A moment comes, which comes but rarely in history, when we step out from the old to the new, when an age ends, and when the soul of a nation, long suppressed, finds utterance. Politics and religion are obsolete. The time has come for science and spirituality. The spectacle of what is called religion, or at any rate organized religion, in India and elsewhere, has filled me with horror, and I have frequently condemned it and wished to make a clean sweep of it. Almost always it seemed to stand for blind belief and reaction, dogma and bigotry, superstition, exploitation and the preservation of vested interests. The best and noblest gifts of humanity cannot be the monopoly of a particular race or country. Its scope may not be limited, nor may it be regarded as the miser's hoard buried underground. If any person raises his hand to strike down another on the ground of religion, I shall fight him till the last breath of my life, both as the head of the government and from the outside. There is no end to the adventures that we can have if only we seek them with our eyes open. Loyal and efficient work in a great cause, even though it may not be immediately recognized, ultimately bears fruit. Time is not measured by the passing of years but by what one does, what one feels, and what one achieves.